This is the second part to the video on unit rates, and so this is being able to use unit rates to find the better buy. For example, let's say I am in Cub Foods and I really love Dr. Pepper. So let's say there is a 24-pack of Dr. Pepper for $8.99, and then there's a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper for $5.25. What's the better deal going to be? What's the better buy? So usually you'd have to figure out how much would it cost then per can, and the one that's the cheaper per can is the one that I would buy, unless I didn't want so many cans of Dr. Pepper. Okay, so anyway, better buy is pretty much trying to figure out, well, what's the best deal to get. So we're going to use unit rates to figure this out. So again, paper, calculator, pencil, you need all of that stuff out. Suppose pens are packaged in two ways. You can either get $2.64 for 6 pens, or you can do $3.80 for 10 pens. Which package is the better buy? So to do this, think of unit rates. So our first option, here is my rate that I'm going to set up, and you want to divide that. So go ahead and do that. When you're done and you've divided it, you should get 44 hundredths. Again, the hardest part is to label it the right way. So I did money divided by pens, so my label would be money per pen. So with this package, each pen would cost me 44 cents. For the other one, you're going to do $3.80 divided by 10. You should be able to do that one in your head. When you're done, you should get 38 hundredths. And again, it's money divided by pen, so I label money divided by pen. So 38 cents per 1 pen. So this is cheaper per my 1 pen, so the better buy would definitely be the one that's $3.80 for 10 pens. So that's cheaper, and hey, I get some more pens out of the deal. Best buy right there. So wheat thins are one of our favorites at our house. So if Miss Moan wants to know which is the better buy, so let's say I'm at Super Target and I don't know, do I get the family size or do I get the smaller box? And I am geeky enough that I pull out my calculator, which is on my phone, so I can at least pretend I'm doing something on my phone, and I calculate how much is it going to cost me for each one. So I need to use a unit rate to figure out the better buy. Typically, we want to know how much money per ounce. So for the first one, I would do $2.99 divided by 9 ounces. And down here, you would do this. The money divided by the ounces, because that will be how much money per ounce. So pause the video, figure that out, come back. So hopefully you figured out that up here, you got that. And again, it's money per ounce. Down here, I got this, and again, money per ounce. So when I look at this one is actually cheaper. It's only 24 cents per every ounce. Up here, it's just a little bit more expensive per 1 ounce of wheat thins. So I would go for the family size box. Better deal, better bargain, plus we get to eat more. And that's always fun. Now I want to show you a common mistake that happens with kids. Okay, not necessarily a mistake, but you just have to know how you label it. So I have noticed that sometimes kids will do 9 divided by $2.99, and they get I think I'm going to have to round it a little bit, 2.1 or 2.01, and down here they would do 14.5 divided by 354. And this is fine, you're getting a unit rate, which is great, but you need to know how to label it and how to read it. So this is a unit rate, but it's 2.01 per what? What does this represent, and what will this represent over here? So again, you look at this, and I did ounces divided by money, so you label your answer ounce per money. So this would be 2.01 ounces per money, so per $1. Down here, same thing. You're dealing with ounces divided by money, so this would be 4.09 ounces per $1. And typically when you're in the grocery store or shopping, you don't ever find something, how much is it per $1? You find the opposite. You find how much money per ounce or pound. So this is kind of a goofy way to do it, but if you did do it this way, you could still solve the problem, the better buy. This is like saying, hey, I get about 2 ounces for every dollar I spend. For this box, I get about 4 ounces for every dollar. So, well, geez, if I'm going to spend $1, I want to be able to get as much as possible. So again, this still shows up that it's the better buy, but you have to figure out how to label it. So that's using unit rates and better buy. For these, what I want you to do, you're going to have to bring your answers back to class. You need to tell whether the rates are equivalent, and probably the easiest way to do that would be to turn them into unit rates. So, for numbers 1 through 4, once you try to do that, you're going to write yes or no, being able to show us why. Pause the video when you're done, check in with your answers. I'll actually give them to you on the video. Okay, so for 1, you should have said yes, they are equivalent. They both turn out to be the same unit rate. For number 2, nope, they are not the same unit rate. 3, you should have said woohoo, yes. And the last one is a big no. If you have any questions on those, bring them back to class. All right, adios.